There are a couple sayings I've heard in life, both of which are pretty good advice when you've decided to spend your time grinding in an MMORPG. The first one is eat the frog. Now what that means is that when you have a list of things to do, then you should do the thing you want to do least of all. This can help because once the worst thing is done, the other things you have to do won't be so bad. The other saying is to try new things, you might like it. Now I hate that one because why would I want to try new things? I know what I like. Either way, I've done a lot of crafting in 14. Hello, I'm Itty Bitty Tivy, and I'm on a journey to max every combat, crafting, gathering, and limited job in Final Fantasy XIV. This is not a difficult thing to do, but it is time consuming. The majestic art of crafting in 14 is something that you can do to keep up with your leveling of combat classes, because you can keep yourself geared as you do so. You don't need to get bogged down running the same dungeons in the hopes of winning some random loot rolls. Instead, to craft, you will be exchanging that time in dungeons for time spent running from gathering node to gathering node to get the things you need to craft. And that I will be doing because in an effort to get a jump start on future projects, I will be attempting to craft every one of the recipes in the crafting list for achievement points and special gear unlocks. It's these sorts of arbitrary hurdles I put up for myself that stop me from making progress too fast. To kick things off, I was taking a bath and making some enchanted gold ink to get from alchemist level 57 to 58. I did so because alchemists are typically covered in 12 knows what at any given time. While making up for a bunch of weaknesses in the artisan gear you get at level 50, I got the achievement getting to attached to worth 5 points. While loitering around in Limsa Lominsa like an AFKer, I got the carpenter to level 55. Uh-oh, an S-rank popped up, gotta stop everything to go kill it and get the mark of the waste. I smelled some fragrant logs and got botanist to level 53. The logs smelled bad. I next went to a place that I should not be performing alchemical reactions at so that I could make some X potions of vitality and got alchemist to level 58. While out procuring more dark steel ore because the stuff was more needed than AC during a Nevada summer, I got miner to level 54. A certain obelisk ahead got blacksmith to level 57, and processing some of that dark steel ore got armorer to level 56. Later I made some hippogriff leather so that I could make some blacksmith work boots, and these two things helped to push leatherworker to 55 and armorer to 57. Now it's at this point that I took a look at the progress I've made and noticed I had been neglecting the gathering aspect of this whole ordeal. So I chose to take on a few Grand Company assignments. These are daily commissions you can undertake to gain massive boatloads of EXP. Both botanist and miner came out the other side looking much more respectable. This next part had me worried. Up to this point, whenever I would make heavy armor for tanks, I would throw them into the glamour thing so I could keep the look. But after making the heavy dark steel armor, I knew I had to clean up the glamour thing. I found 4 different sets of the heavy armor, and after checking each out, found the only difference was the stats and a few differences in the shoulder guards. So I tossed the weaker sets and kept the slick black steel, and got armor 58. While I was working on the astrolabe, I not only got goldsmith at level 59, but I also got the achievement An Eye for Detail goldsmith 2, worth 5 points. Making the popular glamour item griffin skin pantalettes got me leatherworker 56, and later some gloves pushed me to 57. While getting the stuff I need for more leather, I managed to level up miner to level 58. Not taking the time to get to somewhere safe so I could level up my leatherworker, I get it up to 58. Eventually I found my way to Moradona where I managed to get leatherworker up to 59. And the last thing I do before I get together to edit this video is I turn in some botanist stuff to get that leveled up nice into 57. And that brings us to the end of these last 2 weeks of crafting work. My current levels look like this, and I honestly thought it would turn into a longer video, but maybe crafting is just not that meaty. But don't worry, I haven't just been crafting. I've been working on something else this whole time that I think will be very entertaining. If you made it to the end, please leave a like so I know that the video wasn't too boring. If you want to chat, leave a comment. And if you want to see more in the future, please consider subscribing. Each time that number goes up, I get even more motivated. I'll see you in the next one.